PayPal bank scam. He thought he was just getting his money back, but then he realized what was actually happening.
It was pretty much downhill from there. I was entrapped.
Why his bank says they can't do anything about the situation, and how you can make sure you're not a scammer's next target. Plus, lowering property taxes. A newly introduced bill could help homeowners save money, but we'll tell you how it could also create problems for smaller counties. And scuba cleanup. A local nonprofit hosts dives to get e-scooters out of Tampa Bay's popular waterways, but you might not believe what else they found during today's haul.
And as we come on the air, the Hernando County Sheriff's Office says its deputies were at the scene of an active shooting. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay at 6. I'm Dave Wagner.
And I'm Carolina Lee. The agency says it's happening near Brooksville in the area of Star and Irma Roads. At this time, the Sheriff's Office says a man has shot at least one person and is hiding nearby in the neighborhood. They say he is wearing a blue shirt and jeans and has an unshaven face. Now, locals are asked to stay inside unless told otherwise by law enforcement. We have a crew headed that way right now as we work to get more details on the condition of the person shot and what their connection was to the shooter. We will keep you updated on air and on our free 10 Tampa Bay app.
Right now, Sun City Center man is fighting to get tens of thousands of dollars back. He says it started with what appeared to be a PayPal email.
$42,000 later, he told 10 Tampa Bay reporter Liz Crawford that he's sharing his story to stop you from being the next target.
A longtime money man and scholar.
I've written 11 books.
Dr. Michael Deeb was an accountant before he became a college professor. Now at 87 years old, he's spending his golden years in Florida. Recently, life hasn't been so sunny.
I'm embarrassed to say that I didn't spot this myself.
Deeb said it started with an email from what appeared to be PayPal about a charge. Knowing he hadn't bought anything, he immediately called the number in the email to dispute the transaction.
It was pretty much downhill from there. I was entrapped.
Deeb ended up giving the person on the phone access to his bank account. They made it look like they accidentally refunded him $35,000 instead of the $355 he was calling about. Then they asked him to send it back to them through a wire transfer.
In the process of returning it, I asked Chase Bank to wire that back to them. And Chase just very willingly provided an account, a number, a box in which to put that number, and the amount to be sent back to them.
Deeb said he never got a call or text from his bank, JPMorgan Chase, to authorize or confirm a wire transfer to what he says ended up being a bank in Thailand, not PayPal.
All of a sudden, my screen went black. It was blocked.
The next day, another $7,000 was wired again. He called the bank.
I said, well, I didn't authorize another wire. They said, oh, well, we did that on the basis of the first one.
Dr. Deeb has called federal and state agencies, law enforcement, and about a dozen lawmakers. No one can get his money back. In a letter, Chase Bank told him, unfortunately, since the wires were initiated by you, we are unable to credit your account.
This is such a sophisticated business now that the bank needs to give you a backup. As embarrassing as it is, I would like people to know that that this is out there.
Liz Crawford, 10 Tampa Bay.
We appreciate him sharing his story with us. A few hours ago, a spokesperson with Chase told Liz they have escalated Deeb's investigation and they will reach out to him. We'll let you know if and when he gets a resolution.
A real estate company that homeowners say cost them thousands of dollars to break free from a 40-year contract is under deadline tonight. The Attorney General's office filed a lawsuit at the end of November. 10 Investigates Emerald Morrow joins us now with how it's come down to the wire for MV Realty to respond.
MV Realty out of Delray Beach has until today to file a response with the courts. The Attorney General's lawsuit accuses the company of swindling homeowners out of their home equity. Now, the company would give homeowners a little bit of cash up front in exchange for the exclusive rights to be their realtor. But what people did not realize, that agreement is for 40 years. And if you break this contract, the company then sues to put a lien on your house and asks for 3% of the sale price of your home. We spoke to the company and a spokesperson says it is aware of the deadline. And at last check, though, we have not seen any responses filed with the court. And on 10tampabay.com/investigates, you can see our full investigation and also how you can protect yourself.
Continuing coverage of how Florida's leaders are fighting the opioid crisis. This morning, Governor Ron DeSantis announced the state is funneling more than $205 million into preventing and treating substance abuse. He says that money comes directly from drug settlements with major pharmacies like Walgreens and Walmart. Looking at the breakdown here, nearly $93 million will go to treatment. Another $27 million will be used to expand the state's opioid recovery network, also known as CORE.
We're always trying to figure out how can we do better, how can we get ahead of some of these problems. The network has a retention rate of 70% and averages a relapse rate of 2%. So that's pretty good.
The program will now be expanding to 17 counties because of the new funding. It's already launched in Pasco, Pinellas, and Manatee counties. For rural and hard-to-reach areas, the governor says he's allocated $9 million for 5 on-demand mobile treatment units. Our investigative team at 10 Tampa Bay dives deeper into the opioid crisis in our series Overdosed. You can watch our coverage on our streaming platform, 10 Tampa Bay Plus. That free app can be downloaded on Fire and Roku TV devices.
State lawmakers are considering a bill that would lower the Save Our Homes property tax cap in Florida. Currently, if you own a home and it's your primary residence, the most your property taxes can increase is 3% per year. The bill would lower that to 2%. But there's concern that that could leave smaller counties struggling to make their budgets. And landlords and renters are concerned the tax burden will just pass through to them instead.
It's going to give, possibly give corporate landlords or, even smaller landlords, justification to raise rents.
In a county the size of Hillsborough County, they estimate the change would cost them about $10 million in tax revenue. To become law, voters need to pass a statewide referendum with at least 60% approval.
Tonight, a Tampa family is looking for help to save their 21-month-old girl. Matilda is in need of a kidney transplant. She was born with end-stage renal disease. Her mom says right now dialysis is keeping her alive. She says it's been hard to watch her daughter go through all of this here. They are now searching for a kidney donor.
She can't be on dialysis forever, so a kidney transplant would help her live a long, healthy life.
Certainly hope someone's out there to help this little girl. If you want to help Matilda or know someone who does, we have more information for you on 10tampabay.com.
New this evening, more electric scooters removed from the Hillsborough River. For more than a year now, Keep Tampa Bay Beautiful has been coordinating dives to get the scooters out of the waterways. Reporter Malik Rankin has more on today's haul.
5 scooters, 2 tires, a bus stop sign, and a fishing rod were all pulled from the Hillsborough River.
Very difficult, the current's very strong. When you actually do pull something off the bottom, it just creates a big plume of silts.
This was David Zielinski's view while diving. Right here, you can see him pull the handle of a scooter, and as soon as he does, all of the silt clouds his visibility.
The biggest part is when you pull it out, you gotta not lose it, and then you have to try to get the rope maneuvered around while the current's pushing around. And as far as getting cut up, wearing the gloves and the heavy suit helps a lot.
Keep Tampa Bay Beautiful has removed roughly 200 e-scooters from the Hillsborough River over the course of 6 dives. For this haul, it took one diver 3 hours.
Whatever it took for you to get that in the water, that 5 minutes of fun, that there are ramifications for it. And whatever you throw in the river that doesn't come, organically from the river, will create issues down the road.
Keep Tampa Bay Beautiful has spent thousands on equipment to make these dives possible, even though it's the scooter company's contractual responsibility. The next dive is in the works for next month. Along the Hillsborough River, Malik Rankin, 10 Tampa Bay.
Still to come here, it's another reminder that we live in Florida. We're going to tell you where Sky 10 spotted this pool in our area.
Plus, you can start your weekend off by visiting the Florida State Fair. We're live there in just 5 minutes with some fiery entertainment. We want to get back to that news alert out of Hernando County where the sheriff's office says its deputies are at the scene of an active shooting.
Yeah, we have a new image showing where the agency says this is happening right now. This was taken by the Hernando County Sheriff's Office near Brooksville in the area of Star and Irma roads. At this time, the sheriff's office says a man has shot at least one person and is hiding nearby in the neighborhood. Take a live look right now. This is from Sky 10 of the scene. They also believe there are other shooting victims in a house the deputies are trying to reach. You see the smoke coming from that property. Now there is a fire on the property, which is hindering rescue efforts. The man they are searching for is wearing a blue shirt and jeans and has an unshaven face. Locals are asked to stay inside unless told otherwise by law enforcement. You can see it's an active scene there. We do have a crew headed that way right now as well. And Sky 10, as you see, is live in the air right now. We will keep you updated on the condition of the person shot, what their connection was to the shooter. This will all be sorted out, but we continue to look at live pictures right now from Sky 10 of that scene in Brooksville. We will monitor this, and we'll also have the very latest on the 10 Tampa Bay app as well, so stand by. Well, another big weekend at the Florida State Fair with some fun entertainment and, boy, wonderful weather, too.
10 Tampa Bay's chief meteorologist Bobby Deskins is in Tampa right now. Bobby, you've had a great afternoon there, so what are you up to now? Oh, wait, what are you doing? What is this?
the fire guy is here. Look at this guy, Brant Matthews, the fire guy. It's amazing that this guy holds the world record, the Guinness Book of World Records for the most flames that he puts out with his mouth.
Yes. I've got the Guinness World Record for the most fire torches eaten in 1 minute. Do you know what the old record was? 99. I ate 101 torches. And for you good people today, we're going to eat one.
Oh, thank you. We have to see at least one. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is his claim to flame, he says. He's going to be here all weekend. You got me that one. All right, guys, come on out to the fair. Open till 10, I think it's 11 tonight. It's open through Monday. So don't forget, you come out Monday afternoon, closes at 10 o'clock Monday night. Come on out. It's a beautiful weekend for it.
All right, Bobby, I got this one. Hold up. Let's get this going there. There's no fire.
This is going to be an occupational hazard.
Natalie was like, please.
I was like, she's reaching for the pens and the highlighters.
I do have a fascination when it comes to that talent. Like, how do you train for that?
Also, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up. This guy was giving off major Evan Klosky vibes. If you watched our Nightside show at all, Evan energy right there.
Yeah, quite a bit of it. All right, sorry. Meteorologist Natalie Fari joining me now. I promise you to put the pens away.
Thank you. My safe weather center over there. I want to take you live outside because we are tracking some changes when it comes to the weather department as we go through the next couple of hours. That is how fast moving this cold front is. I'm taking you out to the Lakeland first. This is from our Mid-Florida Credit Union weather camera in our inland locations. Look at that cloud coverage right off on the horizon. This is facing west. So we just saw that sunset. Pretty beautiful on the other side of those clouds, right? We actually have mostly clear conditions on the other side, but all the way in the distance, right over the Gulf of Mexico, that is where we're seeing that cloud coverage and even some rain push ahead of this front. So I'm taking you back out towards the immediate coast. Ocean Honda camera in Port Richey. This has been some ominous looking cloud coverage, and look at that breeze. I mean, we've been seeing those gusts really picking up 25, near 30 miles per hour at times ahead of this front. So that is going to keep things pretty breezy through tonight. And you can see these temperatures, they've been in the mild side. We made it to 82 in Tampa. Many of us still sitting in the 70s. You can actually pick right where that front is starting to push just close to near Pinellas and Hillsborough because that wind is drastically shifting coming in from the northwest. That wind will stay breezy tonight, but it's going to shift and actually bring in a little bit of a cooler airflow, and that will help to dry things up and get all that humidity that we've been feeling today well on out of here. Here is where the front is positioned. Look at all this rain it has been producing, extending all the way along the east coast down towards the Sunshine State. But as this front dips further and further south, It's thinning out, it's looking less impressive, at least the rain is, and it's staying pretty isolated to near spotty in some spots. When the front pushes through, we could see a few spotty showers even hanging on behind it, but it's going to be a brief swath of rain. I know it's just in time for those dinner plans, so you may need to look for an indoor location. May not want to sit out on a patio until this fully passes, but it will stay on the cool and breezy side as we go through late tonight into the overnight hours. So here is that model showing some of those rain patches thinning out, becoming more few and far between. I think as we get close to 9-10 o'clock, it's right along that I-4 corridor, but pushing out of here real quickly overnight through tomorrow morning. The front's out of here by tomorrow morning, so that will really brush in those clear skies. Pretty breezy winds out of the north once again, keeping things on the dry and cool side for Saturday before we warm things up by Sunday. You'll notice over the next couple of hours, again, we'll stay on the cloudy side. It's going to be a very brief window, a 20 to 30% chance you're dealing with that brief shower. But behind that front, it will help to drop down temperatures. The past few mornings, we've woken up in the 60s. I think we'll be closer to the 50s tomorrow morning, then climbing our way into the pleasant, beautiful 70s by tomorrow afternoon. I think we'll be close to the mid 70s. Boaters, though, it will be choppy. Small craft advisory going all the way through tomorrow afternoon with 3 to 5 foot seas. Sunday will be better, I promise you. And it will be warmer as we go through not only Sunday, but into next week. Don't forget, you can catch our forecast on the radio. Our radio partners are the Dove 105.5, the Eagle 107.3, WSRQ 106.9 in Sarasota, and Magic 94.9.
Now, Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa brings you 10 sports.
Part one of the job is done. We won the duel. We got a great starting spot for the Daytona 500. Got a great pit selection. So things are off to a great start, but we're going to keep focused.
And he's not even supposed to be here. Tampa native Eric Almirola won the second qualifying race last night for Sunday's Daytona 500. He's won the duel before, but has yet to win the Great American Race. But we thought he would never get this chance around this time last year. Almirola announced his retirement just more than a year ago, and then last August he changed his mind, deciding he was not ready to give up being behind the wheel. Him winning the qualifying race proves that he made a good decision. The Tampa native's been driving for a long time. He's logged over 400 races on NASCAR's Cup Series level. Hasn't won a race since 2021, but he's in a good spot to win on Sunday. He came in 5th in last year's Daytona 500. He'll start this year's race with the 4th position. A win for the Tampa native would fit perfectly with the efforts the team at Daytona International Speedway is putting towards our community. Track president Frank Kelleher told us why the Tampa area is so important to what he's doing in Daytona.
We consider Tampa our backyard. We want to be relevant not only during event times, but also during non-event times in the community, whether it's in times of need or whether there's a charity or events going on. So embracing and welcoming the Tampa community means a lot to us.
The Daytona 500 begins at 2:30 this Sunday. Alex Bowman has the pole position, and Charlotte Flair, daughter of the great Ric Flair, will be honorary race official. From the track to the course, Tiger Woods started the day apologizing for his prank on Justin Thomas that involved a tampon in yesterday's first round of the Genesis Invitational. He ended that round with 3 straight birdies. Today, he almost gave us another moment, a near hole-in-one at 14. He is in danger of missing the cut, though. He's 1 over. Well, today is like a national holiday for some sports fans around the country. It is opening day in college baseball. Florida State is already underway with a big lead on James Madison, and there's plenty more action to come. USF beginning their season at home in just a few minutes, taking on 13th ranked Maryland down in Gainesville. The 7th ranked Florida Gators, who came so close to winning the SEC last year, begin the season at 7 against Charleston Southern. We'll be right back.
Before we go, we want to let you know we are continuing to follow a news alert out of Brooksville at this hour, where crews are searching for a shooter who is on the run right now. They are searching in the area of Brooksville around Star and Irma Roads. One person was taken to the hospital, but they also believe there are other shooting victims in a house the deputies are trying to reach right now. You're seeing video from Sky 10 here. There is a fire on the property which is hindering rescue efforts.
And within the last 2 minutes, we have just learned that the man that they are searching for, his name is Steven Rusa. He is wearing a blue shirt and jeans, and his face is unshaven. Now, people that live in that area, they are asked to stay inside unless told otherwise by law enforcement. We have a crew headed that way right now as Sky 10 is over this area that we've been there for some time now. We're working on some details. Our crew will work on this, trying to get some information about the condition of the person who was shot and the connection to the shooter. We will keep on top of this throughout the night. We will have a lot more for you tonight on Nightside. That is at 11 o'clock, but also on our free 10 Tampa Bay app. You can keep updated on this story.
Yeah, we have 2 crews on the way there, a photographer and a reporter as well. We'll bring you information just as soon as we get it. We'll keep you updated online as well. We know it's a concern to people in that area. We'll keep you posted what's going on. Meantime, the CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell is coming up next.